There exists in your state a tiny town, a little town named Mobius. You could walk from one end to the other in a line and go back to where you started from. The street lamps buzz with gas that burns the cars in neat little rows. The buildings seem to watch your path as down the street you roam. The people smile much wider than the usual sort of folk. They nod and smile and give you names, and names you do become. White picking fences line the homes, keeping something in or something out. They'll chide and chitter as you walk by, a ticking sort of thrum. But something's off about this town when begged you can't say what. You could not fathom, could dare not speak, what those in charge have done. We find ourselves in a curio shop, a very strange part of town, where in this little hovel-hole a group of good renown doth gather to find out what is wrong with our dearest little Mobius, and hopefully we can discern what is wrong with all the rest of us. We start by looking at a friend, someone who's lived a long time, a curious sort, a curio, perhaps, organizing and observing. Now, Constantina, you can go ahead and introduce your little friend here in any mannerism that you like. Just be sure to do some things, ask questions to me if you want. Observe the world around you. It is your oyster.
Sure. So, inside of Morbid Curiosities is a dimly lit and dusty shop full of messy shelves, and you are initially greeted by a table with a hand-carved wooden chessboard that invites you to have a seat. Behind a glass counter containing an assortment of items like stuffed mice wearing miniature berets and gemstone wire jewelry sits a woman in her 50s and 60s, staring blankly at an old still painting of a bouquet of flowers being pecked apart by crows. She has wild brown gray hair pulled up into a messy bun, an eclectic layered outfit of a sweater over a shawl, over a dress, over whatever, none of which match, but somehow it works on her. She has long silver nails tapping against the glass so loudly you can hear the tappity tap over the scratchy music coming from an old vintage record player. And at this moment, she is just staring blankly at this painting, not doing much of anything else.
The king would ask you to keep it down. He's planning his next move. Perhaps only you can hear him, perhaps not. But inside your curio shop wanders a little rascal, someone here looking for work, looking for a new hassle. And let's get introduced to our rascal friend.
In walks to the room a preteen of sorts, a prim and proper little girl with long black hair that is tied back in a pink ribbon. She walks with her shoulders straight, perfect posture, a matching pink dress, and little shoes that click-clack on the floor as she approaches. She smiles, her cheeks red and rosy, maybe a bit too much, as if she had applied her own makeup. And she walks in and smiles, looking at Constantina.
Constantina, you would know this rascal. You asked them to come here. You begged her, pleaded her to help you solve a case of great fear. How would you two interact? What would you say to each other as you pass each other by?
I don't think I would move my gaze from the painting that I'm looking at. I'm pretty into it. But as I hear Eleanor's footsteps, I say, welcome, enjoy, and let them bear their surroundings.
The mice would wave, the chess set bows their head to you. It's a very ordinary sort of shop, you'd say.
Oh, Connie, I really love what you've done with the place.
The things, they just keep showing up more and more every day.
And what about the things that disappear?
I don't think of them any longer. Once they're gone, they are gone.
Speaking of things that are quite forgotten, and perhaps they've always been gone, a vessel. Someone who's been here the whole time. Or perhaps they never have been. We get introduced to our new friend, Miss Summer. What's she up to?
I think Summer hears this discourse going on, but isn't particularly interested in engaging. You see a woman, late 20s, dark brown hair tied up in a messy bun, with loose pieces hanging down. A cropped linen blouse with dainty floral detailing on the collar of the shirt. Nice trim trousers, responsible, comfortable shoes for chasing her children around in. She looks like she's keeping to herself, but everything about her body language says that she doesn't really feel like being seen right now. And if anybody were to look closer at her, as if these artifacts could stare back from across the shelf, you'd see someone. She has quite a lot of makeup on. I wonder why.
Why, indeed.
She continues to look.
Are you a part of the shop, a curio to be bought, or a story to be heard? We might never know, we might never tell, when in walks a different herd. Different spelling. A man, or men, or women, several, whomever, will arrive. Someone who knows, or someones who knows, what terrors do abide. Let's introduce our zeitgeist taboo. What are they thinking as one of them enters the store?
The first to enter the store is a kind of shorter, femme-presenting person. She has like kind of sandy blonde hair, high cheekbones, freckled, and a very almost fearful isn't quite the word I'm looking for it's not that this person is afraid of everything that is around her, but more so that she is afraid of what she would do to it. And she's wearing this kind of like light green shawl over like very plain like brown red clothing, very earth tony, and she's got like a like kind of a dangly like gold like necklace with just kind of it. It's almost as if she's covered herself with a bunch of things in order to, again, protect not her from the world outside, but it from her. And she walks in, and I think immediately noticing that there are other people in here, tries to find a place where they are not.
You search the place up and down and notice the board of chess. The queen instinctively puts her arm across the bishop's breast, as if to guard from a car accident the terrors that may arise. My rhyming game is off the charts right now. I can't even help it.
For real. Seriously. I'm very impressed.
Now, lastly, oh so lastly, a single shrill noise arise. From the loudspeaker above your heads, you will win Zatch's prize. The Vox speaks simply, will tell you of the work that you have come to do today, ere the day is done. And there are three, count them three, peculiarities to be seen. Zatch, go ahead and introduce your character as we are getting into the meat of our scary situation here.
Yeah, you see a way in a dingy, poorly lit studio. A Latine person, hair oh so imperfect, framing their face, large glasses, wearing a ill-fitting button-up and sitting at a desk. Their hand scratching their spotty beard on their face, and a voice arises not from their mouth on their face, but from the mouth on their hand that's scratching their face. And you hear over the speakers, "Good time zone chorus. It is the voice of Mobius, Zatch Estrada, here to tell you for today. News. At 7, we have an interview with the sentient cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon running for mayor."
You know what? I'm going to mark that down really quick because that's kind of important to something that I actually have planned. Love it when a plan comes together. Now, in 3 files in front of you, Zatch, in the Morbid Curiosity shop, you essentially exist in the exact center of town, just like every other building does. The things that are worrying the shop today, there are 3. First of all, a group of community members have become convinced that a mail carrier named Paul at the local post office is actually a powerful entropic entity. They brought this information to you with hopes that you could probably go investigate Paul, or perhaps investigate members of the cult. He isn't, of course, mind you, a member of this cult, and you've talked to him before, but there seems to be no convincing his zealous followers, so you might as well just double check on him. While most of their proselytizing is non-violent, preaching, charitable work, so on and so forth, a splinter sect is convinced that more outlandish measures are necessary to secure the blessings of Paul. You may research the cult at the library, which is often overshadowed by the Void Archive, or, if you want, you may simply understand that winter is coming, and with winter comes election season. In a surprising turn of events, the town council has announced that the mayor has been forced to resign for vague yet menacing reasons, and Jimmy Fallon's cardboard cutout is running for mayor as well this season, which is very perplexing to both wings of the Mobius political dichotomy here, or trichotomy, depending on who you ask. Now, of course, you may choose to investigate any number of these 3 things in any direction that you so choose, but it would be best to talk amongst yourselves before winter comes. So, what will it be? Will we take a look at the cult, the library, or take a look at the electoral process of Mobius? These, of course, are jobs that you are given by the community as well.
Mm-hmm.
I will, I just want to help. What would you all prefer to do first?
I don't want to go to the library.
Okay. We don't have to go to the library.
Oh, goody.
Okay. I mean, Jimmy Fallon is gaining some traction in the polls.
Jimmy
So,
Fallon's cardboard cutout, a distinct entity.
Yes, of course. My mistake. Maybe that's the more pressing issue for the community at large. Maybe.
If you all don't mind, I'm rather interested in this cult. I mean, if there is, such a thing here in this place, I'm sure there are so many terrible things that we could put the community in danger, of course. So we should certainly figure out what they're doing and document it.
We cannot let a cult put our community in danger.
No, of course not. Think of all the things they could be doing, like sacrifices.
Sacrifice is a great propriety of most cults.
Exactly, and sacrificing would be bad. I'm sure it would get too bloody.
As you were talking about this, no one sees it. But Summer is digging her nails into her own palms and drawing a bit of blood as this discussion continues and says nothing.
Ew. I don't know if you should take damage.
Constantina actually takes a big whiff of the air, smelling a new presence in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Something new. And she will take her eyes off of the painting for a moment to glance at Summer, but then turn right back.
Like I said, I will, whatever everyone else wants to do, I will do that.
So
It sounds like
we can do the cult.
Sound pretty jazzed about this damn cult.
I guess so.
I just want to know what they're up to.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Very well. The file on the cult of Paul. Things we know and things we shouldn't. Paul is a rather talkative sort. He's a fellow who lives in the suburbs. The suburbs, as you know, are right past the Morbid Curiosity shop, but right before Town Hall. He's a friendly sort of gentleman, and does not seem to know or care about his cult, but is very glad to talk openly about it, as most upstanding male men are. The cult tends to gather near the underbelly of the town, which is just past the library and next to Town Hall. Your shop is located smack dab in the middle. So if we talk about a straight line, it is your shop, Morbid Curiosity, then the suburb, then the Town Hall, then the underbelly, then the library, then your shop, then the suburb, then the Town Hall. You get the idea. Depending on which direction you decide to investigate, you may end up somewhere you might not want to go, but that's the nature of your town being a straight line. Kind of.
Okay, does anyone have anything they need to take care of before we head out?
While this body... I'm sorry.
That's one of the others of the
Yeah.
Nice, actually.
Sometimes a cat gets in and we just can't
One is a cat.
One of them is a cat.
Is a cat.
It's very taboo to include a cat.
Truly.
There is also a shop cat. You might hear little Cleo meowing around the floor of curiosity.
Aww. But I think while this body is here, one of my other bodies might already... Because Taboo knows this group of people in a way of just being able to watch them from different perspectives at different parts of their day, thinking that they're interacting with different people. And so I think in general can tell that this group of people, while very helpful and very curious and very adventurous at times, are also very easy to push in certain directions. And so I think was like, we're going to the cult. We were going to go to the cult. And so I think, if I may, I think I had one of my bodies already,
There.
tailing the mailman.
Tailing the mailman.
Just kind of like keeping an eye on him, who he's meeting throughout the day. Because I have a very specific body who would love to do this kind of thing, as long as he was not caught.
Very well. Let me think here. Now, we could go ahead and call this, whilst you're kind of surveying what the mailman is up to, we could call this an assess reality check.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, when you assess reality, you get to carefully study a situation to look for more information. You get to roll your wits, which if I'm correct, is 2d6 or whatever your stat on it is. Help me out on that one.
It's 2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1.
That is a 4 and a 5 and 9 plus 1 is a 10.
A 10 is a success. Now, when you get more than 10, you can hold 2, which in this case is 2 questions. If you act on the answers, you can take a +1 ongoing as long as the information is relevant. Now, what that means is a permanent +1, I believe it is to your wits because you're assessing reality. Am I right on that?
Yes. So yeah, I'll take +1 ongoing for as long as I'm acting on the information.
Heck yeah. Sounds good to me. Now you can hold 2, which means you can hold 2 questions. Questions like, what happened here? What's my best route? Things of that nature. And you can ask me any of those.
Yeah, I'm going to, I think for this initial, just the tailing, watching him about his day, I'm going to ask, what here is not what it appears to be?
What here is not that it appears to be? As you are watching the mailman Paul return to his home, you listen to him greeting his neighbors. The neighbors go, "Morning, Paul," and he answers, "Morning, Paul." And he goes, "Anything I should know today, Paul?" And he's like, "Nothing new in the mail today, Paul." And then he continues walking along the white picking fences, which seem to watch him as he goes by, and one snatches a letter out of his satchel as he goes by and hands it to Paul, his neighbor.
They're both named Paul.
They're both named Paul.
We're all Paul.
We're all Paul.
Too furious.
To give a sense of the body of this one, our camera sees a tall, lanky, masculine figure, pale as a sheet, with his head shaved down, not quite to fully the scalp, because you can see the patchy messes of hair that's been left over, almost as if someone had taken a razor to their head, but didn't really go through the process of fully, would go straight down to shave it and not go back to clean up anything that got left over.
So it's like some patches.
Yeah, exactly. And wearing like a really like a button-down short sleeve blue shirt that's a little too big for them and kind of hangs on them almost like a blouse or like or like an ill-fitting jacket, and like the biggest jeans for a person whose waist does not exist. That is like being held up by hopes and dreams alone. Standing, I think maybe. I think. Are they driving or is he walking? I think
Paul would be walking, so I don't know what you would
Paul
do.
is walking. Okay, if Paul is walking, then Winston is also walking.
Oh, they all have individual names. That's swell.
Oh yes, they all have individual names. This is Winston Bell, the voyeur, and he goes. Winston loves to watch and loves to follow, and Winston knows just how far to be to stay out of most people's general sense of themselves, though most people tend to not be very aware of their surroundings whatsoever, which makes Winston's goal very, very easy.
I just wrote down Winston loves to watch.
Winston
Period.
loves to watch.
Now imagine like the biggest bug eyes on this motherfucker.
Oh, truly, eyes like headlights in a sea that goes on forever.
You'd feel like one of the fences try to like pick at one of your shoelaces.
And he doesn't mind, as he's too busy watching.
Well, I guess your shoelace is undone.
Yeah,
These sort of things happen in the suburbs.
these sort of things happen in the suburbs.
As you watch Paul go along his usual mail route, he hangs up his hat and his coat on his own mailbox once he returns home, and he enters his home. And that's the last thing you see of Paul before the blinds shut and little beady eyes appear out of the shuttered windows.
I'm going to hold on to my second question for later.
Very well. You can hold that. Now, it is up to the rest of you, or if Taboo wants to disclose the information they know, what Paul's up to figure out what steps we take next.
I think almost with like no real lead up to it, this other body, whose name is Maribel, she says, "I think he's home. We could go there.
To his house?
I mean, if he's going to do cold stuff, that's where I would do it."
Okay. Should we bring something? Or cookies? I mean, it's rude to show up without
What would you all want to bring?
Do I feel like there are any items in my shop that feel drawn to coming to Paul's house with us?
Items that would feel drawn to go to Paul's house with you. Let me take a look, see if we can make a roll for that sort of thing. I'm gonna give you two options on that one.
Okay.
You can either assess reality or embrace chaos.
I do love to embrace chaos.
Very well. To embrace chaos, when you contend with a source of entropic power, you roll chaos. And then let me know what you roll there.
Okay, and just because of our level, so it's 2d6 plus whatever?
Yes.
Okay. 2d6 plus 2. 13.
A 13! That makes this an advanced move. Your mastery of this power influences reality itself. You may choose one of the following effects instead of the two from the usual list. You may clear your essence or harm track. You may inflict 3 harm or 3 essence on a nearby target. You may lash this power to your will, take +1 ongoing chaos for the rest of the scene, or banish this power entirely from the scene. And if you do any of those things, I'll also give you an item that you are attuned to as well. For funsies.
Okay. I am not sure how to proceed with those options.
Well, if those options don't appeal to you, you can gain a clear understanding of the power's source, effects, and motives. You can quell the power's effect or fan its flames. You can briefly wield this power's effect. You can subvert this power to achieve your ends. Plus take +1 forward.
You can make the item more powerful, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I heard fan the flames of a power.
Yeah.
And that caught my attention.
Very well. Fanning the flames of an entropic power.
Oh,
now,
boy.
you have a lot of strange objects in your home, in your little curio shop. The one that is standing out to you the most happens to be the chess set. The little warriors are actually actively looking at you and seeming to raise their little chess hands and horse hooves at you, as if to say, we know what the cult is up to. They don't say that specifically, but they seem to know, as if they understand what's going on, being several parts of a whole. It is up to you. You can take the whole set, you can take certain pieces, you can take just the pawns if you want, you can take a bishop.
No, yes, I'll get up from my chair and walk over to the chess set as Summer and Taboo are discussing what to bring along. And I have this velvet brown pouch, and I'm just going to swipe all of the pieces right into the pouch and fold the chess set in half and tuck it under my arm. This will do.
I'm also going to go ahead and give you 1 essence here, since you chose one of the options from there. You'll gain 1 essence as part of this whole thing.
Awesome.
Alrighty. So the chess set kind of emanates power to you. They will be able to tell you which people are part of the cult if you embrace them, or if you become aware of them, essentially.
Okay.
We have that ace up our sleeve, so to speak.
So I'm assuming we don't need cookies.
I don't think we will.
Okay. All right. I'm trying. Okay, let's go.
Very well. Now, you can make your way directly from Morbid Curiosity either to the library or to the suburb from here. I'm assuming you want to go suburbward, because that's where the ball lives.
Assuming we want to go to his house. Obviously, you all can go wherever you want, but
I don't like the library.
Why don't you like
library
the library?
is quite dangerous.
Alrighty, let's take a look-see here. As you are moving through the suburbs, you notice that the time of day starts to come from a groggy late afternoon to kind of a misty evening. Now, of course, you guys operate at nighttime. That's when the weirdest things tend to happen. But things aren't always what they appear at night. Shadows seem longer. People seem more skittish. People are scared of what go bump in the night. As you pass on your way to Paul's home, of course, you would see your altar there, Taboo. You would be able to, wave to him if you so desire. What you would see are the picking fence's hands start to try to interact with you. Now, that has been deliberate. They've been called picking fences for the longest time here, not picking. What they'll try to do is they'll try to snag things off your body, off your person, or off your personality. You could become someone else in the midst of the white picking fences at night. It's probably happened to Taboo.
probably.
Let's take a look and see if you guys have to do anything for this particular event here, so you'll have to bear with me a moment. Okay, so this is actually just something that I'm setting up the scene for flavor here, apparently. It doesn't actually have something you have to roll against, but you know what?
I love
I
flavor.
don't care. I don't care. I'm going to give you things to do. The picking fences start to try to pry some of the chess set away from you. Now, that's your power, and you don't want to give that up, I assume.
No, I would like to smack it away.
You'd like to smack away the white picking fences. Let's take a look-see here. Let's see. I think that would be running, hiding, or otherwise evading danger, would it not? Does that about count?
Would it be more fighting?
It sounds kind of like an attack.
That does kind of sound like an attack. Let's see here.
Bad fence.
You're fighting for your life. You're gonna kill this fence.
You'll be fighting for your life here in front of Paul's home. Go ahead and roll me a pluck.
Well, Paul's fence started it, so.
True.
That's true.
Paul's fence knows a lot of things.
Oh, I have a -1 in pluck.
Hell yeah.
I believe in you.
Sí se puede.
8.
An 8.
Pretty good.
On an 8, you and your enemy inflict harm on each other as established. So in this case, both of you will be taking +1 harm, and unfortunately for you, you are going to lose the white king from your chess set.
One less king has never hurt anyone.
Which means
Amen.
And just
Amen.
move on.
The blue chess pieces are now in control of the board, which might be a problem. You don't know how that's going to affect anything, but might be a little weird.
It's fine.
Now, you arrive in front of the home of Paul the mailman. Paul is, as you guys know, a fairly upstanding gentleman. Comes home every day, hangs his coat and his hat on his mailbox so that nobody, opens it, for example. But you can choose to do so if you are so inclined, or you may just go straight up to his house and knock on the door, as is polite in this society.
I think I moved to knock on the door.
Move to knock
I do.
on the door.
I do. Yeah.
Crazy. You knock. How many times do you knock?
Bup, 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 bup.
the old shave and a haircut knock.
Hi, Paul. It's summer.
It's summer. 2 bits fall from the mailbox slot for your shave and a haircut there. And apart from that, you see the little mail slot flick open, and 2 beady yellow eyes staring back at you, which you know to be Paul's. He kind of has those beady yellow eyes. Oh, summer. Hello.
Hi, Paul. Hi. Can we
What?
pop in? Is it a good time?
No. Yes. Now.
Yes
is a
or
good
no?
time.
Yes
Yes
is
is a good time. Yes is a now time. Yes. you
Yes
can-
is a now time.
you can
Yes is
pop
a now
in.
time. And she goes back to everyone else.
I like to power forward, kind of push past everyone, and walk right into Paul's house and set up the chessboard on Paul's coffee table.
All right.
I think from the back you see Satch walking forward slowly, and we'll start saying, "Shave and a haircut seems to be working for this. Let's see what Paul has: cult of personality or cult of person deity. Let's see if they have any more information from us." All of this coming from the hand holding the tape recorder that they are speaking
So
into.
great.
I love the box. I love Zatch so much. What you
an
would
expose.
currently, what you would hear as you all are marching forward to get into his house is the unlocking of several tiny little locks. Just
Oh.
like probably more locks than are necessary for the average home, and the door opens slowly with a creaking noise. Just as you walk in, the
Gotta
first
grease
thing
that
that
door,
stands
Paul.
out.
We gotta grease that door, Paul. Never mind. I'm coming in. Hi.
He has to grease that door, man.
Yeah.
The first thing you'll notice in Paul's nice little single-story hut is it is just littered with mouse traps. They're easy enough to avoid. You're not mice. I'm not gonna make you. Unless one of you are mice, in which case, well, that's a problem. None of you are mice, are you?
No, I'm not a mouse.
No.
You're not a mouse and you're not mice?
No.
You could be several mice.
Definitely not.
Not in this reality.
He's kind of like stares at you with those big beady yellow eyes.
Paul, why are you worried about mice?
I'm worried about everyone. But mostly mice. Especially mice. Mice are easy to take my name.
Oh,
Understood.
okay.
He invites
Fair
you
enough.
into his little living room. The couch seems well worn for a man who is about 40 and lives by himself. You all take a seat on various couch,
Okay.
or stand if you so choose.
I'm going to. Can I do a quick assess reality as we are actually I have one more
You
question.
did save your question.
I do
You
have
did
one
save
more
your question.
Now that I'm inside the house as well. It's so cool having multiple bodies.
It sure is.
I guess as we're like slowly coming into here and we see all these mice traps around, I'm going to ask, what here is useful or valuable to me?
What is useful or valuable to you in his home? Paul is a simple man. He's a little bit odd, but who isn't in this town? Paul, like any hardworking American, would keep a shotgun above his fireplace. It has no bullets, or shells, or rounds, or mice. Definitely not mice. But it is a shotgun.
Okay.
I think Maribel, as we're all walking in, is going to position herself in a way that is closer to the fireplace and the shotgun.
It looks well used, as if he's fired at multiple mice. But there are no mice in the shotgun. That's important.
This is specifically a mice gun.
A little bit extreme. But, you know, when in Ratatouille.
I think Zach is not sitting. They're actually standing a little bit closer to Paul. Very clearly with a light on recording device is going to go to Paul. Paul, this Zach Estrada with the voice of Mobius. What do you do with all the allegations that you are starting a cult of entropy?
Who said a cult? I didn't do a cult.
Many people.
I didn't start a cult. They all started the cult without me. They keep saying
Oh.
that something is going to happen to Paul. That the mice are going to do something to Paul. Because the mice keep taking Paul's name, you see.
Are the mice a cult?
Who said the mice are a cult? Did the mice organize? Did you tell me that the mice are organized now?
We don't
I'm simply
know that. We
asking
don't know
questions
that.
here, Paul.
We've heard nothing about mice organizing, Paul. It's okay.
Organization.
Or we could find any mice.
Everywhere. Don't you see them? When you talk to them down the street and you give them their cheese, they'll say your name.
And
Zach is going to now go look for mice.
You're not mice,
Okay.
are you?
No, this is a mic, not mice.
That's one letter away. How can I trust you?
You can't.
He's kind of sits in his easy chair. Just like constant eye contact with you, Zach.
Zach has broken eye contact.
Oh, cool.
They are actively going to start looking around for mice in this place.
Okay. Gonna start looking for mice. Let me take a look and see here. I feel like that would be an embrace reality check, wouldn't it?
Oh.
Unless you can convince me otherwise.
I'm just checking if I have any cool moves. And no, I'll embrace reality. What do I roll for that one? Wits.
For embracing reality, that is going to be a wits, yeah.
All right, that's going to be my +1 roll. With my +1, that brings it to a 7.
Ooh, just barely. You get to hold one question, and you can spend a hold to ask one of those questions. If you want to ask it now, great. Otherwise, you can just hold on to that for now.
Are one of the questions, where are the mice?
Let me see. There's what's happened here. What's my best route? Are there any dangers I haven't noticed? What is useful or valuable to me? What here is not what it appears to be? Or who or what is really in control here?
Who or what is really in control here is exactly what I want to ask.
Great question to ask here. The more you look at the mouse traps, the more it seems that these traps are not meant for literal mice. The traps are baited with letters addressed to people named Paul. All different last names, but the first name is still always the same, Paul. Whether or not he believes in the cult, he definitely is aware of it, and he knows that the cult might be trying to hurt him. At least that's what you can glean from the traps with the letters in them.
Fascinating. It seems that the cult really did start without Paul, and Paul is merely a pawn. Pawn. Much to consider.
A pawn.
This is appalling.
It really is. A round of applause for Kendo for that one.
All right. We have
That's
to.
enough.
We can't do
That's
this.
enough.
Everyone's calm down.
Would you like to pause? Kelly, is this too much for you?
Yes.
I'm sorry for what I started. Or continued. And then start this. Never mind.
When Zach calls Paul a pawn, on the chessboard that has been set up on the coffee table, does a pawn move forward to let us know that that's correct?
All of the pawns are moving forward on the board in turn order. You know, they go 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. You know, like a chessboard would play.
So that's enough information for me. I'm going to swipe everything right back into my bag.
It was the worst whinny I've ever done. But you know what? We're keeping it.
Mr. Paul, I have a question.
Yes?
So is it safe to assume that they're only after you because your name is Paul?
Is it safe? Is it safe to assume things? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is. I think you should ask Paul.
Which one?
I don't know. But he lives in the underbelly.
Oh.
He gets the most cheese, that mouse. I think if anything, he would know. Or she. It changes. Mice are tricky.
It's all right.
Was your name always Paul?
Yes. After my father before him, and his father before him, and his mother before her, and his mother before him.
It's a popular name.
It is.
It's a
The name
strong
Paul has been in
name.
my family for 17 generations.
And you'll keep it. You'll keep
You sure? A lot of people have been
We'll
taking
do-
it lately.
We'll do our best. We'll do our best, Paul.
Bless you. Mind the traps, by the way. There might not be letters addressed to you on the traps, by the way. Unless your name is Paul. Your
My name is not Paul. And I would never take that from you. Okay.
Good.
All right.
Have a super day!
Oh. I will. Thanks, Paul.
He kind of waves to you very politely. As a
Okay.
good mailman would.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Guess we're going to the underbelly?
Oh, my favorite place. Well,
Nice.
besides the shop, Connie.
I have one more question I want to ask Paul.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. What do you want us to do when we find them?
Take the cheese. It's not theirs.
Okay. Right? Taboo, right?
She does not respond to that name. Because I think
This is going to be so tricky for me seeing your name on the screen.
no, that's
and
so
I need to
far.
keep a list.
No, you're so good. I can send you the list.
No,
Oh,
it's
please
okay.
do. Can I also have the list
I have
so
to
I
keep.
know?
I have to keep
Yeah,
track
no.
of who I'm with.
Yeah.
Winston is still outside, or Winston left?
Winston is outside. Winston never came inside. Winston was never with this group of people. Winston watched this group of people walk into the house and
Winston
did
is
not
fine.
join us. Winston, Winston does stuff. I think I'm still unsure to the degree that you all understand or know who Taboo is in their entirety outside of Summer.
Okay.
I think you all know each of the individual people as
Separately.
separate people.
Oh, that's great.
And I think maybe Summer, I think Connie might have inklings a little bit about there's something being weird about each of these people individually.
Eternal
We
polyfill.
will pretend I said Maribel.
Yeah. You said Maribel.
Well,
I did.
each part of you feels different when you enter the shop, so I have definitely noticed something.
Curious.
Curious. Okay, yes, but I will send you those names, Jenny.
Thank you. That's
And-
that's rather nice of you.
I have their names and the thing that they like doing.
I can work with that. I can rock with that.
Very good.
Hell, I can even put
Very
them in
good.
as like little doodads that you can run across sometimes as little flavor pieces
Me running across my other bodies randomly.
in a St. Paul situation.
Truly. This got pasted weird. I don't know why. I'm fixing this thing.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
I love all of them. Maribel. Ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them is not like
Kendo
I
really
would
said,
say-
I'm a player and I also want to GM a little bit.
That's all playing is.
What is
This is
playing
true.
if not GMing for my GM?
Okay.
Now, as you'll recall, there is only one street on Mobius, and it is Mobius Road. It rocks past the Mobius Strip, you see. We don't need to go there. But from the suburbs, you can return to Mobid Curiosity, which leads to the library, which leads to the Underbelly, or you can go to the Town Hall, which leads to the Underbelly. One direction is longer than the other, but it's the same destination.
Eleanor doesn't like the library.
Eleanor does not like the library. And for some reason or other, the library does not like her either.
It's a little testy.
Eleanor loves the underbelly.
Loves the Underbelly. Gives good scritches.
I mean, I guess we could go to the Underbelly.
Hell yeah. Now, to get there, you would need to pass the Town Hall to go the most direct route. Is that what the route you would like to go?
Well,
I would
if it's
imagine.
avoiding the library, which I think that's the best case of action to go past Town Hall. Maybe
Right.
we'll run into cardboard cutout Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, we will.
You just may.
Are we going to kill him too?
Nighttime, of course, turns
Just
into
kill
dawn in our humble little town of Mobius as you travel along the strip. Behave yourselves. And election season abounds in Town Hall. This does not mean you need to interact with election season right now, but it is something that is actively participating. As of right now, at the time of dawn, there's not much activity here at Town Hall. You can see a janitor sweeping up the ticker tape of the Town Hall's previous meetings. You can see various tall buildings erected to manage the bureaucracy of the town of Mobius, and of course the stunning Town Hall right in the middle with a statue of a man who looks a lot like your old mayor, but it is now being chiseled to kind of sort of look like a cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon. At the head of Town Hall, what you can see is a stage that looks like it was hosting the debate before, with the cardboard cutout of Jimmy himself on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, there is nothing except for the stench of defeat. You're pretty sure that whatever happened here was an abysmal loss for the other party. Poor guys. They just can't stand his charm and charmisma. He's just so
I said he was
grisly.
Yeah.
I can't believe they lost to a cardboard cutout of a cardboard cutout.
I can.
It's true. It's true.
Jimmy Fallon does have a nice stage presence, though. I can see it.
Cardboard cutout must be taking some lessons from the person themselves. Or they just know everything.
I wonder what they know.
Interesting.
You know one thing, that his name's not Paul.
Yet.
Are we sure about that?
You don't know?
Have we asked?
Have you asked the cardboard cutout of a cardboard cutout of Jilly Famine? His name is gonna fuck with me every time. You know what? Jilly Famine.
Jilly Famine?
I'm so sorry when I'm done.
Okay, hold on. Jilly Famine is a great drag name.
Yes. You know what? Fuck it. That's the opponent. It's Jilly Famine.
Jilly
and a cardboard cutout of a cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon.
That's so funny. I was calling Jimmy Fallon a cardboard cutout, but that's very funny.
It's just going to get weirder as it goes on. We might as well embrace it, right?
So true.
Now, of course, you can stop at Town Hall and do any number of things if you want to get distracted, or we could just move straight on to the underbelly from here.
Does anyone have questions for Town Hall, or shall we continue forward? What about you, Eleanor?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I think it would be a really nice addition to Connie's shop. A cardboard cutout.
The mayor?
Steal the cardboard cutout.
You want to kid
Insinuating we should take the mayor.
I mean, it's just an
Generalize.
idea. Ooh. Maybe we'll decide in the last second.
Okay, leave it up to
I will
chance.
say, I don't take things, they come to me. But
What if
perhaps
I bring it to
the
you?
cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon will join us.
Perhaps indeed it may. But only if you decide to take him with you.
You know, this is a great time as any. Excuse me, cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon. What are you planning to do with our city?
A question from the press.
The cardboard cutout stands there with his mouth extraordinarily wide, a single hand raised, and the other one giving a thumbs up like this.
That's so Jilly Famine.
He's so well spoken.
An increased tax on the 1%. Fascinating.
Oh. Do we really want Jimmy Fallon?
Wait, is this Jilly Famine or Jimmy
This
Fallon?
is what you are encountering currently is the cardboard cutout of the cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, and who is Jilly Famine? Is Jilly Famine real? Is Jilly Famine
Not currently
right now?
here, but Jilly Famine
Not
is
here.
a real person and is
They're out
a
there.
representative of the other party.
They're somewhere
Okay.
out there.
All right.
They're the one that lost the debate.
Okay,
The first of
prove
several.
Jilly Famine.
Yeah.
Poor Jilly. Things
I
are rough.
know how we can get Jimmy Fallon to come with us, and we don't have to hurt anybody.
Did you have to hurt anybody in general? Was there someone stopping?
Oh man.
Well, Eleanor, we are all ears.
Okay. Everyone, close your eyes. I'll count down from 3.
Maribel closes her eyes.
3, 2, 1.
And Eleanor will tap the cardboard cutout, and I will use my move Make Believe, where I can reshape the space around us to my imagination.
Oh my god.
Is this a...
Are we gonna fucking Pinocchio a real boy? Jimmy Fallon into a...
Yeah.
I
want it. I want it.
Better.
I paid the money. Give it to me, GM. I paid the money.
You paid the money
I did
to have
it.
Jenny do a fucking Jimmy Fallon impression. Or rather, I suppose, let's be real here, an impression of Jimmy Fallon.
Yes.
An impression of a cardboard cutout of a cardboard cutout.
It's fine if it's a little
Jimmy
stiff.
Fallon.
It's fine.
It's a little stiff, like Jimmy. Ew. Do I have to like defend or anything? Like, is there anything I have to do, or is that like something you roll for?
It just says mark it. Mark 2.
It just says we do it, GM.
It doesn't say to roll or anything. For the rest of the scene, we have +1 on any rolls, I guess.
We have +1 on any rolls.
Any
that
rolls
include
against
Jimmy
a
Fallon.
cardboard cutout.
It explicitly says here, GM, eat my ass, make Jimmy Fallon real. What?
We talked to the game designer. They actually put that in.
Well, first of all, I'm not going to be eating any ass today. I'm very full.
You know what? Fair.
Second of all, a little warm in here. It may be autumn, but it's 92 degrees in my room.
So sorry.
It's fine. The cardboard cutout of a cardboard cutout of Jimmy Fallon kind of just sort of like starts to wiggle and writhe. He's still, the 2D plane of the 2D plane of the man. And he's like, "Oh man, well this is a doozy of a reality we find ourselves in, folks." The sewer, that, my friends, is where we will leave off today's session. Here in the little town of Mobius, where things get stranger the more they get more normal. Very well. We'll start from the top of the queue here. Mia, where can we find some more of you?
Hi, I'm Mia, she, her. I just played Eleanor. You can find out stuff about me at my card, which is eosha.card.co. You can also find me on socials, Blue Sky and Threads, Eosha X Art. I do some art stuff. I do some AP, so at me if you want to hang.
Sounds swell to me. I definitely want to hang. Kendo, where can we find some more of you?
I'm muted. Hey everybody, my name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. And I have been several people today, I guess. None of which were Paul, but all were taboo. You can find me everywhere on the internet that matters at Kendo Makes Films. If you go somewhere and you're trying to find me and I'm not there, guess what? You're somewhere that doesn't matter that much. Find a better place. And you can find my actual play podcast, Tales Yet Told, wherever you get your podcasts, and everywhere on the internet at Tales Yet Told, on Blue Sky at TalesYetTold.com. And guess what? You can also go to that website to find out more about our weird horror, queer, actual plays, stuff that we're doing. It's our birthday today. That means nothing to you in the future. It means
it was your birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Yeah, but hey, so go listen to the show, and that's all I've got to say about that.
Well, I'm at least 2 of those 3 things. You can figure out which. Taz, where can we find some more of you?
Oh, hey, hi. I'm Taz. I use she, they pronouns. I'm an actual play performer who hippity hops around the internet. I am a lyricist and I do improv in Baltimore. You can find me at Reader and Rogue. And that's all I have to say.
Well, it's more than enough. We appreciate the hell out of you. Dusty, where can we find some more of you?
Hi, you could find me, Dusty, who played the voice of Mobius, who is Paul and also Zach. You can find me at Dusty E. Hill. I'm also an actual play performer, producer, and editor at Goblets and Gays, Bring Your Own Mech and others. Goblets and Gays, by the time you've seen this, also celebrated their 5th birthday. We're almost in kindergarten.
Howdy.
Yeah, go check that out at Goblets and Gays and most places that are cool and happening, I guess. You can also find my very queer, very genreful games at From Dust to Dice, such as Lesbian Werewolf Crime Fighters, Trans Vampire Cowboys, or Dracula Owes You Money. If those made you feel something, then I'm doing something right.
Dracula still owes me like $20.
They owe a lot of people $20.
Fucking guy. And Kelly, where can we find more of you?
Hi, I'm Kelly. I go by the Kellhop on the internet. I play games in places, and I'm glad Paul's gone. I'll say it. I'm glad.
That guy.
I'm glad.
Who?
And that's exactly. Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
Dude, Kelly, thank you for letting me break your mind today. It's been swell. For Game Master Monday, I've been Jenny. You can also find me on my own personal YouTube channel at Datkooby. That's Datkooby, where I make music and get in fights. You can also find me over at Red Echo Games, where I also DM for Fire Emblem Fallen Kingdom. We have just celebrated our 45th episode. That's a lot. We've been at this for 1.5 years, and I swear if you play it from front to back, you won't be able to get over it in a week. And it's all amazing, if you ask me, but I'm extraordinarily biased. I want to thank all of our friends, of course, for watching along with us today, and we'll see you guys next time for more Absurdia.